Hey, fellow conservatives, Trumpsters, and people who are sick and tired of being also sick and tired of the tolerant, not so tolerant left. I am Stephanie. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you don't have a YouTube channel, you should get one. Make one. Follow other conservatives, people, truth seekers, stuff like that, because there's a lot of censorship. And, just on Twitter, I had my account hacked into, and somebody basically trying to take me out. And I was right at 9,000, almost 9,000 followers. So it's a lot of work on Twitter. It is a lot of work. So I never understood fully why people would get like butthurt or sensitive or like take it so seriously. But I get it, because for me, when I make a comment on something on Twitter that's not racist, derogatory, anything, it's just my opinion, how I feel, and I get banned for 12 hours or a day, and I have my videos, screwed with. I have a lot of things screwed with. Like, you can't even find me unless you put in the exact thing. And you know what? It's shitty. And I understand why people conform, because it's like you get kicked down for being you or being yourself. And you feel like, being fake, like fake it to make it, is the only way you can make it. But who wants to be fake all the time? Being fake sucks. Being fake is what got us here. Basically, I have a theory on all this. And before Obama even got elected, when the presidential stuff was going on, I prayed and I told my friends, look, this guy is an antichrist. You have no idea what he's going to do to this country. It's going to be really fucking bad. Can't trust him. Everybody thought I was just crazy, insane person. No, I'm clairvoyant, clairaudience. I'm highly empathic. I just see things in a very straightforward way, to the point to where sometimes it screws with my anxiety. It makes me depressed, because I see so many people who are miserable, who are literally living in misery because they feel alone with their thoughts. They feel alone with their ideas. And the thought of talking about with someone and then publicly shaming you or coming after you. I'm not going to lie. After, I got attacked on Twitter and stuff, I had to take a break, and I had to ensure my kids' safety, my safety, and, IP addresses and all that, because in reality, I'm just coming on here and I'm talking my point of view, but there are people out there who listen to the left narrative and they really think like someone like me could be harmful. But the truth is all these people out there bombing and shooting and doing this shit, they support the left. It's not supremacy, and I'm so tired of hearing supremacy. With the Second Amendment, all right, let's jump into this one. All right, the Second Amendment actually started after the Civil War. Let's go up here. An American thinker, The Racist History of the Red Flags. All right, psychologist said basically this is a perfect storm. This is how they could keep guns away from blacks. Okay, after the war, Civil War. They basically wanted to do the red flag laws to prevent blacks from being able to hold guns, which, if you think about it, they're trying to do this to everybody in this country right now. Okay, it's not about it's not about assault weapons. What it is they can put the wording in here however. This is the point I'm trying to make. Okay, so let me scroll down. Okay, it was in 1968, the FBI, all right, was plotting to use the equivalent of the red flag laws to prevent those in black American civil rights movements from having legal access to firearms. Yes, that's right. Claiming them to be mentally ill and prone to aggressive and violent behaviors. The FBI's scholarly articles like one, The Protest Psychosis. The protest psychosis. That means all you liberals, Antifa, all you people out there protesting, all you activists, listen. The protest psychosis. That means anybody who bucks the system, anybody who goes against what they say, Bottom line, for stupid people, anything they say is protesting. You're violent, you're mentally ill, we're taking your gun. All right, they use this to go against black people. The same party that is supposed to fight for the blacks against the evil white Trump try to take your firearms after you got your freedom. God, these people make me sick. I can't stand what they did to blacks. What they did to blacks is disgusting. And now that they have all the illegal Mexicans, that's their new black caucus. They're just replacing blacks with Hispanics, as if blacks are too stupid to see what they're doing. And that makes me even more mad. And I'm not black, but how can people not see this? I'm sorry. It bothers me. It really does. Because when I'm called a white supremacist and stuff like that, and I see what they're really doing and what's really going on, it bothers me even more. Because anybody who knows me knows I'm so far from racist. It's ridiculous. But okay. The protest psychosis, which argued that black power movements drive black men insane and cause attacks on Caucasians. That's right. And this is on the American Thinker. Okay? The protest psychosis 1968, which argued that black power movements drive black men insane and cause attacks on Caucasians. This is from the FBI. It went as far to alert the black men with schizophrenia are more hostile than white men suffering from the same mental condition. Claims were made that this is because of delusional beliefs that their civil rights were being compromised or violated. Sound familiar? I mean, this is what they're doing to everybody. FBI documents that were declassified and published, they were, whatever, 2010, the protest psychosis. Okay, it's called how schizophrenia became a black disease, meaning blacks get schizophrenia. Uncovered how the FBI profiles the 1960s were diagnosing black right leaders like Malcolm X with pre-psychotic paranoid schizophrenia as a way to prevent their attempts to legally obtain firearms. Likewise, there was a huge punch in medical journals for psychiatrists to address the urgent social issue of firearms as a response to the threat of civil disorder. 2019, we see calls for the red flag laws as a way to prevent the lone white shooter from going on a rampage. However, using mental health issue as a baseline brings the same radical racial profiling problems as in the 1960s. This is because black Americans are disproportionately prone to mental health issues, undiagnosed or not. That means they already stereotyped blacks. And they're basically trying to put whites just as dangerous in this paper, knowing damn well none of it's true. This is all political propaganda. They're trying to take our rights. And the fact that you have people like Kaepernick out there, dude, you made yourself unemployable. Nobody in their right mind wants to hire somebody who's going to be problematic. I wouldn't. Would you want to hire somebody who's going to bring unwanted media attention, lawsuits, all this drama? Dude, you did it to yourself. Sit down and shut up. You ruined the Betsy Ross flag for people. No one feels sorry for you. No one does. No one. And just like Rashid and Ilhan Omar and Tlaib, we know she married her brother. We know they do all this dirt, but they still come out and play the victim. She wrote a letter. Tlaib writes a letter. Okay, first they try to boycott Israel. They talk trash about Jews. Then they used her own grandmother as a. Oh, it's sick. Oh, to see my sick grandmother. This is my only chance. They let her come. Then what does she do? No, it's going to hurt her. How dare you, you narcissistic, psychopathic bitch. Trump was right. Your grandmother's probably happy you can't come now. this way. If someone has been trash talking you on social media and everything about your home, your family, your kids, your culture, your life, are you going to be like, hey, even though, okay, they were planning on meeting with boycott Israel people. They were planning on meeting with extremists and to go in there and make a scene. That's why they got boycott. That's why they were told, no, you can't come. You're planning on boycotting our country, our religion. You know, how dare you victimize yourself? You are coming to trash our country and to create chaos. And you want to cry? No, ma'am. You don't get to. You can sit down and shut up is what you can do. You're part of the damn problem. And Americans are sick of this. Americans see through it. Okay? Supremacy and violence and white rage isn't on the rise. What it is people are seeing through the bullshit, and we see what's going on. People are fed up. So now what do they push? Oh, it's not going to end until Trump gets out. So they're just trying to wear us down to where we'll just get rid of Trump because we just want to go back to our normal, quiet lives. Well, what did that get us? It got us 8 years of Obama. And look what he did to this country. Look what he did to it. I don't think people understand. When it comes to the American dream, and when it comes to what Americans want, and Gillibrand, oh, I'll go talk to the white suburban women to inform them. Shut up. Every mother supports Trump because we don't want your crazy leftist ideology in our schools. We're trying to protect our kids. We want them to go to school and get an education with all of this dumb shit in it. Why is it so hard? It's Democrats have infiltrated every aspect of our lives, from schools to death tax to every dang thing they can do. Then Gavin Newsom comes out with deadly force law. Basically, cops are getting attacked already. Cops are being devalued. Cops are committing suicide at an alarming rate. You have people going out there and assaulting cops with no consequences. You have Antifa out there assaulting with no consequences. Now, for the left to keep saying how Omar and Tlaib and everybody else is a victim of supremacy, oppression, white man, you're the only people going out there. Let me break it down to you. Okay? It started with Obama. Well, actually Clinton's, but Obama was kind of just like the push front. He had never liked America. He is a Muslim from not this country. Okay? He hooked up Biden to get money for his kid. Obama hooked himself up. Okay? He spied on Trump, covered for Clinton, covered for Epstein, this pedophile. I wish he wasn't able to be killed by Hillary in the jail cell, because those people deserve justice. You know, people, wake up. If you're not awake, wake up your friends around you. Wake up everybody, because right now it's Trump. And even with these red flag laws, like I said in my other video, and how the Second Amendment was designed to implement red flag law toward blacks, saying that because of their situation, they're more likely to go against Caucasians. But now realize they flipped the switch, and it's Caucasians who are Caucasians are the enemy. We're going to go attack everybody. Just like they told blacks, or they told Caucasians, we need to keep away from the blacks. Blacks can't have guns because they're going to come attack you white people. They're just doing it opposite now. It's opposite. Like I said, I love all my supporters, followers, fans, people who inbox, comment, everything. I would love for people to do more commentary. I would eventually like to start something where I can actually do actual live commentary, because there's just so much that goes on. And everybody has a different viewpoint. But instead of hating each other or fighting each other, why don't we realize we all want the same thing? We're all human. We want to have a good Christmas and summer vacations and not have to worry about buying bulletproof backpacks or worrying about if we go to the mall with our kids, if there's a chance somebody can get shot, or worrying about in the middle of the day, if you get a weird phone call, it could be from your kid's school. I mean, these are things we shouldn't have to worry about. And that's what conservatives fight for. We want freedom from all these regulations, all the taxing. You know, it's really funny how they keep talking about racism, racism, racism. But at the same time, they're the most racist individuals ever. And it really hurts my soul. And it's like, nobody signed up for this. Nobody said, hey, I want to donate all of this tax money to go to that cause because a Democrat wants it. No. We have the system we have in place, so we all have a voice. We're all part of it. Even though a lot of it, political, we get it. But to totally strip Americans of their happiness due to political correctness and gender ideology and political ideology, and they're putting it in our schools. I mean, from bathrooms that can detect whether people are having sex in a stall and they can spray you with water. Do they not remember they push obesity and say that being overweight and fat and great and loving your rolls, even though you probably have diabetes and you're on welfare to pay for it? Like, you can't, what about the overweight people who go in these bathrooms? They're going to get sprayed with the sex alert. I'm sorry, but the shit they come up with is so ass backwards. It's like beyond ass backwards. And then Gavin Newsom passes a law. It's called the enacted law. Okay? It's basically on the verge of being passed, and it's passing anti-Israel, anti-Semitic, anti-Jew hatred in the school curriculum from grades 9 to 12. Gavin Newsom. Gotta be proud of that fucker, right? He comes up with over $12 million to chip kids and put them in the school like data entry system and monitor and track them from the time they're in pre-K. But they can't get the money together to get people off the streets that are intense. I mean, I don't get it. And these people aren't voting them in. It's got to be voter fraud. And then the Democrats have nothing to go on. So now it's recession. We're all going to go to recession and go broke. Because they have nothing else to... The Mueller report's dead. Collusion's dead. Russia hoax dead. Epstein's dead. So what do? The economy's going to crash. Because they can't face the music. They create one diversion after another. It's one systematic problem after another. Systematically, you know, it's not just now whites and blacks. It's not just blacks. It's whites and blacks are being called the awful shit. Why they support Muslim Sharia law and illegal immigrants. You do hear them coming out and saying, you know what? We're going to give free healthcare to every black American. Every black American will get everything they need health-wise. No. Why aren't they promising that to blacks? If anything, they deserve it more than people who cross the border illegally, right? Why don't black people get the shit they're owed? Why is there... Why call them Uncle Toms? Why do that? That is so offensive. So offensive. And it's so offensive that you're blaming it on conservative white people. Because if anything, I feel more for blacks than I do my own. I ever have my own race. But I didn't grow up privileged. I didn't grow up white privilege. I don't know what that is. So to know that my kids can be labeled white privilege, knowing that I had to bust my ass to get where I am, I imagine every other white person in this country feels the same way. Okay? And reverse racism and attacking race and religion is unacceptable. And I think everybody should feel that way. I think everybody should come out of their damn shell and stop hiding. Because you know what? As much as it sucks right now, Trump's going to win in 2020. They're covering Obama and Clinton for a reason. just like they did Maduro in Venezuela. Okay, they're going to say Trump did a rogue. Okay, rogue, everything is investigation. It was all a hoax, a ploy, a plot. They're going to have our guns already. So how are we going to defend ourselves? Obama and Clinton, they'll go overseas. Then they'll have the UK, UN come in here to do like they did in Venezuela. They're going to say it was like an all hoax. Trump shouldn't be in there. No. This is what's coming. Obama, Clinton, they're all guilty as sin. They're buying time for something because Barr's bringing it out. And if you people don't wake up and see it for what it is, well, you can't cry about it. I'm going to get out of here. All right. Like, subscribe, share. Bye.